Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this narration of the web series, Humans Don't Make Good Familiars. If you're new to the series, there is a playlist listed in the description, and as always, I hope that you enjoy Chapter 4. I wish you all safety, luck, and most importantly, success. The Major ended his speech, and the first of our 4 captains began calling out names. Sumer and I were in the 3rd squad, which was led by Captain Gagolus and 2nd Lieutenant Datahu. 2nd Lieutenant Datahu flew up to me and the Major's speech. "Sentinel, it is time to talk," she said. "Yes, ma'am. How can I help you?" I asked. "You have chaos magic. By royal decree, we will be giving you a specialized training to allow you to utilize your skills to their fullest. This will be on top of your training along with the other new members." "More training? I thought that the camp was already trained for us," I asked, confused. "If you were going to be a normal soldier, then yes. The camp would have been sufficient, but this team is going to be behind enemy lines. You need to be ready for that. Besides, even by standards of a normal soldier, you fall short." "What?" "But I thought your ability to use chaos magic granted you and your master a place on this team. But I will not allow a single untrained mage to put the rest of the Drakes in danger." I understand," I said solemnly. "What kind of training will it be? As I understand it, you completely lack an understanding of fundamentals, correct?" she asked. Yes. That's fair. Then I will start here. After you have completed your team training and live fire exercises, you will report to the private tutoring with a specifically chosen mage theory instructor we have selected." "Yes, ma'am." After our talk, Captain Gagolus brought our team together and led us to our quarters. Well, the Niam's quarters. "Sentinel, you are technically a familiar, so we did not know any special accommodations that you may need. Until we can find a more permanent solution, you will simply return home after training rather than staying here," Captain Gagolus explained. "Excellent. Now, everyone will have 1 day to get settled. Specialized stealth, team combat, and aerial evasion training starts tomorrow." With that, the captain and lieutenant left us to get settled in. I didn't know that they meant by the first because nobody was carrying anything. They're all birds, after all. But one by one, everyone started summoning large chests and boxes of supplies. The floor filled with one magic circle after the other until everyone, even Sumer, had summoned at least 2 boxes of materials. We didn't need to make introductions because everyone who was on our team was at the Ember that we met earlier in the waiting room. Odin's, Ro, Sumer, Nine, and the lieutenant, and finally the captain. Once everything was summoned, I watched as they started to use mana wrapping to position everything where they needed or wanted around their beds, nests, / whatever you call them. "Jake, would you mind helping me?" Sumer asked while she carefully moved some kind of brown fabric from a box in her nest. "Sure, no problem," I said and took it out from her as she stopped the mana wrapping. "Thank you, Jake. Fabric is more difficult for me than the solid objects." "I find rolling it up tightly helps keep it stable," Rose said, and picked up a neatly rolled tube of cloth and mana wrapping around before laying it in its nest. "I'll have to try that next time," Sumer said. "Jake, would you just lay that on my roost for me?" Roost! I should have guessed. I thought and laid the fabric down, carefully spreading it out the way I thought it would be more comfortable. "So, does anyone need help getting settled in?" I offered. "I could use some help lifting the sack," Odin said. I picked it up for him and noticed that it was kinda heavy, and pretty big too. At least as tall as Odin's was, and 1/3 a meter wide. "Well, what's in this?" I asked. "My favorite seeds. I wasn't sure I'd be able to get them out here, so I brought them along enough to last a few months. These grow the best Iggy fruits," he explained. I helped everyone unpack, and we all talked a bit too. They learned Sumer was their healing mage, and I was a chaos mage user, which freaked them out a bit at first. Then they all started talking about themselves. Rao and Odin's were cousins. They volunteered together a year ago, and were both battle mages. Odin's specialized in fire and lightning types of energy magic, while Ro specialized in water and plant-type magic. Nine was a sport mage who used soul magic, specifically memory and illusion. "What are your specialties, Jake?" Nine asked. "You do chaos magic, right? You must have a pretty incredible one." I don't really have one, I don't think. I kinda just use whatever I need to, you know, I said. Well, you must be better at one of the forms than others, Odin theorized. I guess I'm pretty good with fire magic, I offered. But my affinity is for inversion. But does that mean that your fire is cold then? Ro asked. What do you mean? The flames your magic produces, are they cold? Because of the inversion, I mean. I don't think so. I've definitely melted stuff before, I said. Having been close to his flames on several occasions, I can assure you that they are quite warm, almost unbearably so. Shoma interjected. I did turn flames cold once, though, I added. I put some mana into a fire rune, and it froze what I was trying to heat up. So your flames are cold ones, then, Odin said. Well, no. What happened was my inversion mana affected the rune, and that's why the flames were cold, I explained. Did you not tell me that you also turned the magistrate's flames cold, Jake? Shuma asked. Oh, yeah. I guess that's 2 times, then. Are you sure you don't have cold flames? Yeah, it sure sounds like you might, Rose said jokingly. I laughed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. My inversion doesn't affect my own spells, just others. Have you ever tried? Nine asked. Well, actually, no. No, I haven't. I've never really occurred to me. I said, surprised at my own oversight. You should try it during training, Nine suggested. End of chapter. I would quickly like to thank the T5 channel members and Patreons. Casper Arnholtz, Cam Maxwell, Barky, Lord Azrakal, It's Difficult to Pronounce, Dragzoon WRE, Holly's Sister, Arcadian. Thank you very much.